Hi guys, so we're now going to be doing a little tutorial on creating a custom extrusion to fit our lens. So this lens here that we're using, I've taken some measurements. They're about 35.5 millimeters in diameter, and these little tabs are about 3.5 millimeters out from the edge of the lens. So let's put that into practice. Now, just to show you what we're trying to create here, here's my little practice part. So the extrusion, if I can get my little guide there, the extrusion is pretty much the size of the lens cut all the way through the material, and then these little supportive tabs to hold the edges of the lens. So let's go back to our VR part here. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking in all of the extrusions that we've completed there, and I can see on extrusion 9 here, if I hover over that one, that's where I've cut my lens holes. So what I can do is I can expand my view and I can access that sketch. If I double click on the icon here, I should be able to edit the sketch. So what we're going to do first is we're going to adjust this diameter here to be the correct diameter for our part, for our lens. So I'm going to jump in there. At the moment we have it as, so I've double clicked. At the moment we have it as 25. I'm going to make that 33.5, press enter. And the same thing over here, double click, 33.5 and enter. Okay, finish sketch. All right, so that's adjusted the size of our lenses. We're not done yet. So we're going to create a new 2D sketch and on that same face there. And you might want to turn your rotation around if that helps for you to make sense of it. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So here, what we need to do is we need a new circle, and we need to just try and pick up the center of our existing circle. So if you hover your mouse on the line on the previous sketch, then find the center, and we're going to drag that one out. So if you think to yourself 33.5 plus the two tabs, which are 3.5 mil each, that means we're going to have a new circle which is 40.5 millimeters, and hit enter. Okay, now we'll edit the next face in a moment. I'm just going to show you how to do one, and then you can move on from there. So our next step would be a line, and we're going to put a line from center up to the vertical, just to the edge of our second circle that we've drawn. Okay, and again a second line now, and this is where things get a bit tricky. We need to make sure that we're drawing our line all the way out to the edge, but we also need to figure out where our degree measurement is being measured from. So I'm going to hit tab once I've positioned my line all the way out to the edge of a second circle, and you can see that I've now have the dimension, the degrees dimension selected, and I'm going to hit in here 30 degrees. Let's see if that works. Okie dokes. So I can see that's actually pulled that measurement incorrectly, so I'm just going to right click and press OK, and what we want to find is where that measurement has come from. So you can see it's actually created like a little dotted line here, and it's measuring 30 degrees from that edge. Now what we wanted to have is a measurement of 120 from this line here. So basically our circle, there are 3 tabs, and our circle needed to be divided by 3. 360 degrees divided by 3 is 120. So the way that we can work is with a little bit of quick math. If we've got 180 at that point there, and we need to measure from that line to find our 120 degree line, we do 180 minus 120 leaves us with 60 degrees. So if I edit this degree line here and now enter 60, that should be correct. So what you want to see is that you've measured 1/3 of the circle across there. Okay, so you guys are going to have to be really cognizant of where the measurements are coming from. I'm now going to repeat that process. So I'm going to get my line tool again, and I'm going to draw a line up and out, and we just want to see where it's picking up that measurement from. It looks like it's coming from the bottom again, from that bottom 180-degree line. And it looks like it's inferring already that it's correct, but I'll just show you if it was slightly incorrect. Right? So we're going to press Tab so that we've got the degree measurement highlighted. Enter 60 and enter. There we go. Okay, right click. So right click and press OK just to complete that command. And we're almost there. The next part's really speedy. Once you've got your degree measurements, a line on each 120-degree angle line, that's perfect. Now we need our offset tool. So we're going to click on our line, move our cursor to the side. Now the width of each of these tabs we found out is about 9.5 millimeters. So half of 9.5 is 4.75. So I'm going to press enter and type 4.75 and hit enter again. Same thing on the opposite side. So click the line and drag, not drag, but position your cursor in the opposite direction. Press enter, 4.75. Same thing over here. Click, position, enter, 4.75. Click, position, enter, 4.75. Click, position, enter, 4.75. Click, position, enter, 4.75. Okay, we can now press finish sketches. Now, if you have trouble with the next step, you may need to use your trim tool to trim away some of these excess lines. Actually, I might do just these center ones. So I've got my trim, and trim, trim, and trim. So all of the other lines here, it doesn't actually matter. So we're going to press finish sketch. All right, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit our extrude. There goes the bell. Okay, I'm going to rotate my view. Zoom in, and we're going to click on these little sections here, 1, 2, and 3. We need to make sure that we've got a cut process, and we don't want to cut through the entirety of the material, so we're going to cut 2.5 millimeters. Hit enter, and hopefully, yeah, we've just created that little indent. And so that is how you create your custom 33.5 mil lens extrusion. Thank you for watching.